Gi-Hun becoming the next frontman? No, it can't be, but it really can. We all went along with Gi-Hun's journey from the very start of Squid Games in Season 1 all the way to Season 2, and now soon Season 3. In today's video, I'm gonna be going over how Gi-Hun can take the throne from the villain himself, Inho. And I will be giving you guys a sneak peek on what the picture between Gi-Hun and Inho really means in the new Squid Game Season 3 teaser. Now, this is a very controversial topic to get into, but it's something I need to talk about so we can be prepared for the final season. Because, oh boy, Season 3 is about to unleash the biggest darkness we've ever seen before. Like and subscribe if you love Gi-Hun and if you believe he can survive the games in Season 3. So, let's rewind back a bit into Gi-Hun's past so we can understand his character development completely. He started off as a degen gambler. He even went as far as to stealing his mother's card in her house because he was so tempted to gamble. How can a man like him be capable of doing that? Because the frontman, that must be a tough job to do, and you must be smarter than that. Well, Gi-Hun isn't the same character as he once was in Season 1. I can definitely say that. Gi-Hun's character in Season 1 has a lot of scarcity and is unsure about himself as a person throughout the season. He gets pushed around a lot, laughed at, but for some reason he makes it through the games. He was a good guy overall. He had good morals, at least sometimes, until he tricked Oh Il-nam in the marbles game. He really thought he could outsmart Oh Il-nam because of his age, but little did he know, Oh Il-nam was the host of the entire show. Did Gi-Hun just get lucky to be the final winner in Season 1? Some people believe that, but some people believe he came into the games for a reason, and to put an end to the games once and for all. After Season 1, he had pure hatred for the frontman. He witnessed his close friends pass on, for example, Cho Sang-woo, his childhood best friend. He witnessed Cho Sang-woo kill himself over the games in the final round, which absolutely tore Gi-Hun away. I guess it's safe to say that after Gi-Hun reflected on the games, after a major traumatic experience, he made it his life mission to put the games to an end once and for all, taking down the frontman as well. In the end of Season 1, he's about to get on a plane, but then he gets a phone call from Squid Game organization. They ask him what's his name and date of birth. Gi-Hun simply responds, but then the frontman comes on the phone, and oh, does this scene get intense. The frontman says, just get on that plane, it will be better for your own good. But Gi-Hun denies it and doesn't go into the plane to avoid being set up. So he goes back to the airport. From this point on, we can tell Gi-Hun has a plan, and he's not gonna stop until he gets his revenge on the frontman. It's crazy to think that a guy like Gi-Hun at the start of Season 1 could have this much courage to take on the frontman. It's crazy traumatic experiences in life that really do affect someone. Poor Gi-Hun, he had to go through all that crazy nonsense. So now, we can move on to Season 2. What's Gi-Hun's plan now? What is he on to now? So, Gi-Hun is pissed since he knows the games are still going on at the beginning of Season 2. So he starts a quest to find the salesman first, so he can have access to the next game that's gonna start soon. Funny enough, he contacts the guy he used to owe money to. But now that Gi-Hun is a multi-millionaire, he can afford to pay him a beautiful amount. So he has him on his team now, along with his crew. The team spends months to find the salesman, and they're about to give up since it's been 2 months now and there's still no sign of him. But the boss says, no, we need to find him. Gi-Hun has a lot of money on the line for us, and we won't stop till we find him. Luckily enough, they find the salesman one day in the subway, which is absolutely shocking to see. At the end of Episode 1, Season 2, Gi-Hun meets up with the salesman. They play a game of Russian roulette, leading to the salesman's death in a psychotic way. Gi-Hun now has access to the information on the next game, and is ready to be in the games once again. But this time, he's more determined and more ready and knows what to expect coming his way. And that's exactly what he proves to do in the first game of the Deadly Games. In Season 2, Episode 3, the first game that occurs is Red Light, Green Light. And Gi-Hun instantly, and I mean instantly, starts to shout, saying these games are real and no one should be fooled by these children's games. At this point, we can see more confidence and leadership within Gi-Hun and can see a huge character development. In season 1, he could have never spoken up to a huge crowd like that, but he realized enough was enough and couldn't fathom seeing any more people die anymore. Throughout the season, you can see he does keep the same energy. He's trying to help as much players as possible. But there's a twist. Someone came into the games pretending to be someone they're not. We had the Frontman, player 001. Yes, you heard me. The Frontman came into the games pretending to be an innocent player. Inho did this so he can gather as much information about Gi-Hun, or whatever he had planned. He wanted to avoid Gi-Hun destroying the games at all costs, but something in his head also was curious to see how Gi-Hun was. Inho was genuinely impressed by Gi-Hun's character and wanted to see him in person for that. It's almost like Inho was a fan of Gi-Hun. It's so funny to think about. And in order to do that, he needed to play the role of a player, and that's exactly what he did. I guess at this point, we can tell that Inho is quite worried about Gi-Hun and needs to stick as close as possible in order to make him feel more safe and secure and to know what's going on 24/7. Inho does a really good job at pretending to be an innocent player. He shows Gi-Hun that he's even helping out other players, giving justice. For example, when Thanos is picking on Lee Myung-gi, player 333, Inho stood up and beat the crap out of Thanos for bullying him, showing some heroic act that Inho wanted to portray in front of Gi-Hun. During one of the games in episode 5, 6 Legs, it gets quite scary though. Inho seems to try self-sabotage Gi-Hun's plan by losing one of the games, but realized that it won't go well for him if he does that since he will blow his cover, because obviously Inho can't die. The guards just won't shoot him. For some reason in my head, I thought Inho wasn't going to get his game right in time and that something bad would happen. But the story just wouldn't work if that occurred, so he ended up completing the 6 Legs game. So going back to Gi-Hun's plan, at the end of season 2, episode 7, players are killing each other. Chaos has occurred. Everything is starting to fall apart. But then the guards come in to stop the killing. The guards could have came in at an earlier time, but they wanted some players to die on their own, and that's the reason they came so late. This is when Gi-Hun realizes enough is enough and has a planned attack ready on the red guards. Gi-Hun and his friends steal the guns of the guards and kills all of them except one, using the guard as a hostage for information into the control room, where Gi-Hun suspects will be the Frontman. The red guard is good as dead though. I mean, he's gonna die, and he did. Gi-Hun is the leader now. He has his team and is ready to storm into the control room. But oh no, did you guys forget? Inho is aware of all this. Inho is literally by Gi-Hun's side when all this is being occurred, and Gi-Hun is not suspecting 1 ounce of suspicion. Gi-Hun takes the red guard with him and his team players, going up the stairs fighting more guards. But then, Gi-Hun reaches a purple room, where we can expect to be close to the control room. This is when Inho realizes, I need to stop this before it's too late. I can't carry on this act anymore, and absolutely betrays Gi-Hun by killing some of his team players. But Inho does it in a way where Gi-Hun doesn't expect it's him. Smart guy, I can't lie. Inho is a very smart individual. He can really get out of any situation. His IQ is definitely on the high side. I think higher than Gi-Hun, it's safe to say. But that doesn't mean Gi-Hun can outsmart him eventually. At this point, Gi-Hun is stuck. The guards catch him. And that's when he sees the man he's been waiting for years. The Frontman appears walking down and does the cruelest act ever to teach Gi-Hun a lesson for rebelling against the games. The Frontman shoots Jung-bae in the head, Gi-Hun's best friend, right in front of his face. But then Gi-Hun falls to the ground in despair and feels like his whole life is being torn apart. And then season 2 ends like that. What a cliffhanger, wow. So what's next? Gi-Hun has been taken by the Frontman and things are getting serious now. But then we see something that absolutely shocked all of us. We got to see Gi-Hun in a coffin, waking up in the new Squid Game Season 3 teaser. This clip gave me goosebumps. We all had no clue who could be inside, but it was Gi-Hun. Now, we know for a fact that Gi-Hun is indeed alive, and he's gonna have something bigger planned than the rebellion in Season 2. I believe he will have suspicion to who Player 001 is, since that event occurred. Either Gi-Hun will be confused on why Player 001 is alive, or if he's not there, he will assume he's dead or he's working with the games. Now, do I know what Gi-Hun has planned exactly yet? No, I can't distinguish that yet, but all I know is Gi-Hun is coming back harder than ever now, since he's been giving a second chance now. I am now coming to a part in this video where I will talk about the clip that was shown of Gi-Hun and the Frontman in Season 3 teaser. Now there's a lot of theories I have for the Frontman shot when he's looking like this. As you can see, he's crying a bit in this picture, more of a shocked reaction. Now, to my conclusion, this could very well be because he just saw his brother Inho appear out of nowhere, or Gi-Hun enters the room and he's shocked to see him. In the other picture, we can see Gi-Hun appear with the red beanie on. This clip could indicate that he now knows who the Frontman is and is ready to face him. Ooh, this is getting crazy. Now the real question is, how could Gi-Hun become the Frontman? Well, it's actually very possible because the same story aligns with Inho. Inho wasn't always the frontman. He was once a player. Shocking, right? I even have a picture showing when Inho was just a young man during the games. Inho genuinely built his way all the way up into becoming the next frontman. Articles show that Inho became the frontman when he was 40, and now he's around 50, so he's been the frontman for a good decade now. Right now, we are now moving on to the last part of this video now, and that's if Gi-Hun is going to be the next frontman. My answer is yes. He most definitely could be the next frontman. But why? It only makes sense. Gi-Hun's entire quest is to destroy the games once and for all. And in order to do that, he must need power. So, Gi-Hun becoming the next frontman isn't all bad. It seems bad because the frontman is meant to be a true villain. But for Gi-Hun's case, he would be the first good frontman, cutting off the whole operation after he retrieves that role. In order to do that though, he must kill Inho before he thinks about acting up in that role, which will be very difficult, but I'm curious to see how that will unfold for us in Season 3. A very interesting fact is, Inho wasn't always the frontman. He was actually once an innocent player. He built his way all the way up into becoming the frontman, which is crazy to think. If Inho did it, so can Gi-Hun. But this time, Gi-Hun will put an end to the games once and for all, and that's why there won't be any seasons left. Squid Game Season 3 is here, only in 38 days away, and a new trailer will be released soon by the end of May, and I'm so excited for that. Let me know down below if you guys agree with my theory. I'm very interested to see what you guys have to say about that, and let me know what other videos I should do on Season 3. I'm open to doing many different ideas. But that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe once again. I will also put my recent video in the middle of the screen right now. If you want to check that out, you can. It's a great video as well. See you guys on the next one. Peace out and take care everyone. Goodbye.